All right, so the Goldbergs Doubleheader is officially in the books for episode Ryan Newman and Ty Dillon. So let's get into it. What episode should we talk about first? Should we talk about episode Ryan Newman where Adam and Brea broke up? When, we missed it because we went to the Ridgeville Midview basketball game? Or the one that just aired tonight where they got back together again like Dave Blaney? You be the judge. So I took 5 seconds to think about it, so it doesn't matter the order. Let's talk about tonight first, the order we watched it in. We were going to watch it in chronological order, but either way, we would know the story no matter what order we watched it in. But anyway, so how about tonight's episode, huh? The fact that Geoff accepted smooches from his sister and his father, oh my God, they are like, or I would say those are some sick puppies, but as Erica said, and even Barry, that those Schwartzes are freaks. I mean, they love each other, like both sides love each other, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, was Barry and Erica wrong when they said they were freaks for kissing each other with romantic love like that? That shit you save for like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, like goddamn. Oh my God, I was cracking up. And not only that, the fact that Geoff got racing gloves and he mentioned Mario Andretti, I love the joke, but the joke would have been a whole lot sweeter if you mentioned the Andretti I grew up with, the NASCAR, John Andretti. May he rest in peace. Check it for Andretti. Check it for Andretti. Yeah, take it to the limit by the Eagles, which is why we call it the John Andretti song. The number 43, Cheerios STP Dodge Intrepid for Petty Enterprises. So I loved that reference. I don't even know if Sam Lerner is a big racing fan as a whole in real life, as he is basketball like Troy is, the actors who play Geoff and Barry. I mean, and the fact, okay, now I was trying to regain and remember what happened in tonight's episode because I just got through catching up on the one I missed from a couple weeks ago from the basketball game I attended. But anyway, so the sticky note at lunch, that I bet you that was awkward as hell. The fact that Adam thought that Sydney broke up with the Wills, because Wills wrote that note to Brea asking if she wanted to go to the Valentine's dance, just because she didn't want to feel bad about Adam and Brea breaking up. And I think the producers behind the scenes staged that shit on purpose to make us think that Wills and Brea became a thing. And I'm glad they did it when all said and done, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But the fact that, they showed Brea and Wills talking to each other like they became a new couple, and then immediately showed Sydney crying. I thought they broke up too. So I can understand why Adam went to Sydney to talk about, taking her to the dance, which I thought was sweet. But then that little mini plot twist saying we didn't break up, or considering Dave Kim had the note wrong, and the fact that Wills called Adam an ass. I mean, I can't remember. He called him like a something ass. I mean, not a jackass, not an asshole, but I can't remember the word he used, but oh my God, I don't blame him for calling him that. I can understand why Adam reacted that way, but I don't blame Wills for being pissed off. But we got to see Andy Cogan tonight, the JTP. I mean, considering that the same actor played that Todd guy on Nickelodeon's Warped last week in the episode Dale Sr. installment, I think it was. Was it the Dale Sr. installment or the Mike Skinner installment? I'll have to double check, but I mean, actually, I think that was the Dale Sr. No. Episode 1 and 2 of Warped. That was the doubleheader. That was the doubleheader premiere, the whole hour-long premiere. And then the Dale Sr. I'm Austin Dillon. Yeah, that was the Dale Sr. Austin Dillon because of the fact that we had the two-parter with oh my God, my arm's getting sore. I gotta stand up. My left arm's getting sore. But we had the Dale Sr. episode of Warp last week because of the fact that we had the two-parter of Danger Force with Lilith and the Big Beard and Steven getting defeated. So we haven't even gotten to the new episode of Danger Force yet. That's tomorrow night when they do the clones of the good guys, of the main characters, And then we'll have episode Mike Skinner of Warped. So we have episode Mike Skinner of Warped, tomorrow with Josh Server making a comeback. It's like the ultimate All That reunion with Kate Godfrey from the new one and Josh Server from the original one I have no memory of, because when the original All That premiered, I was only a baby. Now, I lost count. I mean, right now I've lost count on how many pivoting episodes there'll been. I'll have to go back and check it out like Kevin LePage when I'm done, like, recording this Goldbergs reaction video. But I mean, this is going to be a long one because I have to talk about 2 episodes, but I love the fact how they made us think that, Wills and Brea became a couple, considering that, after what happened in the previous episode. But I don't blame Wills for being upset. And then the horse date, are you kidding me? The fact that the horse guy who was driving the horse didn't know that it was a mother-son date until, like, Adam had the loose lips and, the horseman stopped. I love how the horse stayed there. They probably trained the horse to stay there and not keep going after the driver left. And then all of a sudden, Bev tried to drive the horse. And it just eventually, until it got tired, and so she sent Adam to the surprise Brea at the dance, and guess what? They were together again, like Dave Blaney, as it should. Now the subplot about Barry, Erica, and Geoff and Joanne drama. So besides the smooching at the end and the Andretti reference, which should have been John, because I grew up with him in NASCAR in the 43 car after Richard Petty retired and Bobby Hamilton started switching teams after that. Oh my God. We got to see an Erica bomb instead of a Bev bomb, because this is part of why Erica's my favorite character and Haley Orantia is my favorite cast member because of it. And the fact that Haley celebrates a birthday this month along with my other ultimate favorite actress, Kelly Berglund, who's what gave me the Goldbergs. Tommy Rose, Nickelodeon's I Am Frankie, and of course Bellamy Young, ABC, Promised Land. So and Haley, all 4 of them celebrating a birthday this month. So I can't wait to celebrate and make a shitload of birthday tributes for them, including the long-ass goated banger of a video a week from today when we do Kelly Berglund's birthday at the Spurs-Cavs game. But it was kind of fitting that, Bev and Adam were also at the horseback riding, like joint, wherever the hell they were at the same time, Barry and Erica. And, they were having a go at it all night long. And, after Adam and Brea, kind of got back together, then Barry and Erica called the truce as they should after Barry was looking at all his photos. Like, this is another prime example where in the shows, not only do the good guys always win, but whenever it's not always about the good guys winning, the characters that are all good and there's no bad guys, they always work out their problems at the end. And they're cool at each other for the happy ending. And then, of course, that ending to tonight's episode was a hell of a way to end it. Geoff was talking shit about Bev as he was walking in the room, and Barry and Erica were not happy, and I got something in my eye, goddammit. Okay, now let's talk about the previous episode. We knew what happened based on the stuff we read, even though we were trying to avoid spoilers, but the only thing we did not know, even with, with people telling us what happened, why that left the last episode left them sad, is because, is the fact that we didn't know how it happened. So we finally met that Allison girl played by Peyton Woolf. So it's nice to meet you, Peyton. I'm glad I finally caught up and, finally got to know who you are. And the fact that even though we know what happened in the subsequent episodes after that, including tonight's episode, for example, I love how Adam tried to fix things with Brea, and it would have worked if Adam would have told her right away. Kind of like how Brea and Allison were more wise, like Dale Earnhardt Jr., and told their boyfriends right away, where it wasn't a big deal to the point where, they were still a thing. Like, Allison told her boyfriend right away, no problem. Brea told Adam right away, no problem. That's the way to do it. If you eventually, even if you tell the truth, you got to tell your opposing partner if you kissed a person of the opposite gender right away, because telling your boyfriend, girlfriend you kissed another man or woman right away is like telling the truth the first time instead of lying. What we grew up with. Like, for example, if you just tell the truth straight up, you'll get in trouble, but not as much trouble as you would if you lie. And that's what I used to do as a kid, but now as an adult, I don't do that no more. But like for nowadays, as an like that was the thing you used to deal with as a kid. But now as an adult, as you like fall in love with, if you're a man like me, you fall in love with all the other women that's not your mom or your grandmother, or if you're a woman that like falling in love with other boys that's not your father or your grandfather, you're trying to get another boy on your left hand to the family, like, I'm doing with Margaret right now. If you're a woman that with a boyfriend and you kiss another man, just tell your boyfriend right away, because it's just like trying to tell the truth when you're a kid instead of lying all the time just to avoid getting in trouble. You're still going to get in trouble if you tell your boyfriend or girlfriend right away you kiss somebody. Also, that's the opposite gender, because you're not gonna break up. You're still gonna be together. And two, your boyfriend and girlfriend understand, and you'll get in less trouble with them. But if you just keep it from them for a long time, even if it means you tell the truth right away, even if it means you don't lie, which is good, if you keep wait a week to tell them, like Adam did with Brea, then you're gonna get in more trouble with your boyfriend girlfriend than you should, and then they're gonna more likely break up with you. And I know Adam was trying to fix it and make it up to her, and it was nice that he brought Allison with her, which I thought was nice, and Allison was joining him and talking it out. But the fact that Allison found out that from Brea that he waited a week to tell her was, not only did Brea didn't approve, but even Allison didn't approve of it either, and she didn't even bother helping him get his jacket out of the door after Brea shut the door in his face. And then of course the very end was what left people sad. While I was like having a good time with my friends at the Ridgeville Rangers Midview Middies girls varsity basketball game, when he tried to do this one more time at the end, knock on the door. And like I said off camera, they probably staged that to happen for them to keep, not for like Sean Giambrone in character to keep knocking on Sadie Stanley's door in character. Because if this was real life, of course they had to stage it, because this is what the actors get paid to do, and like to portray real life situations. Because in real life, if this happened where the boyfriend or the girlfriend who screwed up knocked on the partner's door once or twice, after once or twice, the third time and beyond, they're not going to answer because they're so upset. But of course they have to stage it to make it look like so real, where it's unrealistic for it to happen that way, where he tried to talk it out one more time, and eventually, before the events of tonight's episode, they had to break up. So that was what left people sad a couple weeks ago. So now we know exactly not only what happened, but how it happened. Now for the skating part. So the fact that, the episode started with all the Goldberg family watching ice skating, and the fact that Barry loved ice skating and to try to spend it with his mom in the basement, which was the good part. That was the first element that worked. And then when they try to watch it together, Barry, Beth, not Beth, that's the character's name, Barry, Joanne, and no, the actor's name is Beth, the character's name is Joanne. When Barry, Joanne, and Beverly try to watch together, Beverly cheated, let me see, get this right. Joanne like trash, and Barry was livid la vida loca, even though this is an 80s show, that's a 90s song, but you know what I mean, man, gata Ricky Martin. Therefore, that's why, Barry went to Joanne's house to do stuff and watch ice skating and whatnot. And so Beverly decided to make it up to Gary by, taking him ice skating. And, he was stinking it up like Terry Labonte all by himself. Until Beverly surprised them with the skating outfit, and they got to ice skate together. So I thought that was the beautiful thing, where they got to share that moment together. So that's probably the first doubleheader of any show I've ever done in a long time. So tomorrow we'll do the episode reaction notes of Danger Force and that side. This is 2021 Danger Force and Warp. Tomorrow I think is the Mike Skinner installment, and I don't know what installment of this is by of pivoting. So let me check it out like Kevin LePage just to be sure. Okay, the last episode of Pivoting was the Mike Skinner installment, so tomorrow will be the Texas Terry Labonte installment of Pivoting, so I will see you all tomorrow for that. This probably won't go on Instagram until, midnight strikes here on the East Coast, because, the tagging problem has struck again after I went on a hot streak of not having run into that glitch for a whole week. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. goddamn be you. You have to try harder to do less. So take care, everyone. Good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow night for the Mike Skinner installment of Warp and the Terry Labonte installment of Pivoting, and whatever installment it is of Danger Force, because I lost count because of my long-ass hiatus. Same with Side Hustle when that shit returns next month. So see you later, everyone.